But I also hope I'm only half as sick as I was. Later in the evening. Anyway, I made a point of eating the decorations. Not a good idea. I thought I'd just run around. It's so good. I see you all here. It's so good to have you getting along.
Light mellow.
That's right. I thought I'd just go around and just say a little bit about each person. On the premise that I would keep it short. We go with the 5 B's. Be brief, brother, be brief. Okay? So, Ken Young, maybe my oldest friend with the exception possibly of Buddha. We met at Lake Folsom. I was trying to get a job at the time. I was the only guy out at the lake wearing a black suit. Ken took pity on me, and we've known each other ever since. His delightful wife, Sharon, is probably the best of the 3, I would say. And delightful, Uda said she's the real deal after she met her on her first date. Uda, I cannot say more except she's put up with me for 44 years plus, and we've had a delightful time. We've traveled together. We've had 3 trips to Europe. We've had 2 wonderful children. The blocks, I cannot say enough about the blocks. I was at a dinner party. This guy's designed Don Block, and I said, of course you are. I've wanted to meet you for some time. The fact that we're here together is ominous, suggestive of greater things. Anyway, Joe Hurley, former neighbor, smart enough to marry Rudy Helene, and I think that speaks for itself. And she knows how to have a good time at a party, no question. Arlie knows everybody. Everybody knows Arlie. If you don't know Arlie, you're definitely in the minority. Okay? But he's 1,000 songs and jests and jokes and Yiddish to boot. Joe, definitely our oldest friend, came down the hill with an armful of clothes, hand-me-downs for Michael. She hadn't even met him. She said, I hear Belmont is a very conservative place. Maybe now that I've moved in, we can kind of liven it up a little bit. And he said, we got to know this girl. Phyllis, it's just Phyllis, Bill Brown here, Bill Graham, just a wonderful friend. She came up to me one day in church and said, right after the service, I want to join your group. And I thought to myself, so I've done that way. But I thought, I like the technique. I like the style. I think this is exactly what we need. The both are very close. Of course, these are the Taylors, Brent and Kate, and they were supposed to replace the blocks, but then again, you can't replace the blocks. But they've done such a wonderful job, and they've meant so much to us. We have meetings at their house. The food is non-parallel. It's just absolutely fantastic, especially if Fred's cooking. Elizabeth is our newest friend, newest member, and she's met a great deal. She works at Stanford. There's a affinity there with Buddha and me, who spent time at Stanford. Call her up and talk to her on the phone, and we've been walk together. So she's welcome. You are very, very welcome. And Rudy. Did I miss Rudy?
Oh, you missed Rudy. I married Joan, remember?
Rudy one time, I work out at the community center, and I have people come up and say, you know Rudy Helene? Let me tell you what Rudy Helene has meant to me. And he does more than just pass out Tootsie Rolls. He meets people. I was recovering from, prostate cancer. And I think he figured it out, and he said, okay, we've got to go to a ball game. I said, I can't handle that. I said, well, I'll have lunch with you. We've been having lunch for about 2 or 3 years. I always know it's over because he pulls out his calendar and says, when do we get together next? He asks me a million questions. They're always the same questions each time. I give different answers. And then I'll say, Rudy, what about you? How did you meet? He said, I'm not through with you yet. How'd you meet Uda? And then I tell him the train story. Anyway, so dear friend, and you've probably have given more to people that you and I all know, and said less about than anybody I know. So my heart goes out to you. And I'm really glad. I'm very pleased that you're here. This here is Don Block. We talked about him yesterday.
We did.
Yeah. Everybody knows we've been on the train. I've been rejected by all the friends. It was like the 49ers looking for an offensive coordinator right now. She goes across the aisle and so, ex-soldier, little German girl. I'll slip her a butterfly. bring a bar. Some nylon. This is Suzanne. It is true, when I first met her, I came to her house and asked her for money. Part of being a deacon in our church was you're supposed to go around and hit up the neighbors for, and a little bit, I didn't know that they, that they had a job or anything. And they were trimming, they were pruning the hedges that are long since gone by now. And I came up and said, how about it, let's grease the palm and put something in the plate, you guys. And you're kind enough to say, well, thank you for thinking that we could actually give something. We've had a great relationship. We've become good friends. They go away, they come back, and we're always very close. And we take walks together. We used to walk dogs, but unfortunately the dogs have gone, but the friendship remains. This is Mike Seashell. Mike Seashell is my old running buddy. He's the one who said one time, I want to run a marathon, I have to have a running buddy. And he told me all about what we're going to do, and I didn't say a word. I just thought, wow, running with Mike Seashell, that's really good. So we ran together, we took trips together, we were on the bus together, we ran, we sweated out, rain or shine, and it's been fun. Just a person I just deeply love. This is my beloved. What is he?
Son-in-law.
Son-in-law. This is Bravo Wardell. Rob is a class act. I mean, you go to his house and he gives you a tool. He tells you what to do. He's great to work with other people's energy, and he has got two wonderful daughters. And little Brookie, two of my dearest friends. They come to the door and Grandma and Grandpa, they're so excited. And they say, hey, how about babysitting and talk about a moot question. I mean, of course they babysit because we love them so much and they meant so much to us. This is my dear daughter Stephanie, who was educated at Westmont and the University of Nordstrom. When it comes to what they call it, customer service, she wrote the book. She can get on the phone with somebody who can barely speak English and make him feel like he's the only guy giving her an order that day. And she'll remember them and they'll ask her. So I'll tell you something about her. This is Paula. Everybody knows, or should get to know Paula. Paula has got an infectious laugh. She's got a great smile. She could make Mary Tyler Moore look grim. Unfortunately, as you may know, Chip's is not here because he's kind of helping his brother get through the loss of his wife. But Chip knows what to do in a situation like that. If it's just watching a ball game, Chips can do it. So we think a lot of Chips. Chips has been a lot. He's another running buddy. Great guy. Works out like an animal in the pool, and he's great. Gail hosted us last night to talk a little bit about going to Prague because her son's getting married. Long last, and we're going to go and have a lot of fun. And during the summer, they put it all together, and they did the food, and we just had a great time. And we didn't argue, we didn't get spicy with each other. We just said, hey, Bruce, you guys make the reservations. You hire the bus. We'll find some way to get across the water.
Figure it out.
Put it in, place in language. He's the banker. Well, but we won't hold that against him. Which means there might be a markup on it. That's right. Well. Anyway, so you guys are the club members, and you're the guys who sort of hosted this. We sort of slipped in and asked for his permission. He said yes. So these are two of our dearest friends. We've known them, I don't know how long. Wait a minute. Kerry wasn't even born yet. No. And he's getting married. I don't know what he's getting. He's getting a job. He's getting a job. He's out of college. He's got to be at least 22, 23 years.
He just turned 28.
He turned 28. Well, anyway, the Vandenbergs, in our house we call them the V2Vs, and Gail said she didn't like that. She thought it sounded like a social disease. And so, just like we say in substitute teaching, don't take it personally. So, anyway, enjoy the cake. What do we do? Should we cut up or?
Let them cut.
That's all, that's a solid,